First thing a real estate organization does to a Yahoo guy, because they are your senior fraudsters, most of them, they know Yahoo boys don't like reading book. Best place to hide a thing from a Yahoo boy is inside a book. Yahoo boy will not open book, but they can open laptop. So if you are a Yahoo boy, na real estate company where you buy property from, na im go call EFCC and police make they come carry you if you make them angry. They are defrauding you. You have to comply as long as they... Hello all Nigerians, diasporas, everybody, pata pata. Welcome to today's episode. Before I proceed, I will have to do Iba. You can see these cowries because I want to speak about something that is very important. So you can see this cowrie. I need to do a little bit of this thing for protection. Iba oh Iba. Iba koda ye. You can even see I'm even putting on bead to be traditional. Iba sheda orun. That's the culture of Africa. Safi gini safi lawa tẹ́lẹ̀ se aturege lawa sole ẹ̀yin ya mi òṣòròǹkà. Wah! Oya Ifá iwájú ọpọ́n ẹ̀yìn ọpọ́n olùmúlọ̀tún ọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ lòsì àrí ọpọ́n ìta ọ̀run. This one do that one. Iwola. Now wetin I dey use when I still get dreadlock. So if you go check some of my videos, old videos, I used to put it on my hair when I used to keep dreadlock. Before real estate people carry me and go and lock me in jail with false allegations, before they cut that my hair, I make me still keep the cowries. So I'm not an herbalist, let me make that clear. But today we are going to be discussing on how real estate defrauds Yahoo boy. In life, every scammer gets in your gar. Go to First Stack, you will see them there. Satellite, they did there. Migondo, they did there. Abuja, they did there. Yahoo boys are everywhere. Ogun State, safe, they did there. If you are in diaspora and you are doing Yahoo, if you are within the country and you are into fraud, and you are also investing in real estate, this subject I'm about to disclose to you will be very important to those set of people. But if you are also in diaspora, this particular thing is also going to be applicable to some of you or most of you, because sometimes a lot of ways we see Yahoo boys and the way most people present themselves, real estate always assume that certain people are Yahoo boys, and the moment they have that assumption, they will take certain actions against you. So I will start by saying it today that real estates, definitely, I have said it in the previous video, that they are legal criminals. Most of them. Real estate in Nigeria, let me be very specific. Real estate in Nigeria are what? Legal criminals. Most of them, not all of them. And I have put it over and over to say that over 95% of them are fraud. Real estate. And so as they defraud the people who work in diaspora, the Nigerians, they also defraud Yahoo guys. In fact, most of them appreciate the fact of selling properties to Yahoo boys. At least everybody knows the definition of Yahoo boy. Yahoo boy simply means scammers, those who defraud other people to make ends meet. People like Osh Poppy. Real estate organization like selling properties for them. It is even rare for you to see a big real estate company and you would not see or a real estate home or properties and you will not see Yahoo boys much in those real estates. Banana Island, Lekki, a lot of them are there. Because you ask yourself, if you ask independently, how do these people make their money? They are only going to present you certain oil and gas and things that they don't even have ideas about. They will present it to you and use that as a camouflage to act as if they are doing something legit. Before I proceed on this, I would want to make a claim that I want to make this disclaimer that or an announcement, sorry. I'll be making this announcement that by next week, I will be talking about this subject called Lagos Slave City. Because there's this Lagos that a lot of you are saying is Lagos State City, Lagos. I call it Lagos Slave City. I'll be speaking on it because Lagos is where the avenue of slavery came from. Until today, some things are happening there. So I want you, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, like, share, and make sure you turn on the notification so that when I drop this one again, another bombshell, boah, you'll be the first person that will be able to accept it or to receive my video when watch it. I have some things that I jot down about how real estate defraud Yahoo guys. Now, some Yahoo guys have not been held by EFCC, and some of them used to hide their money. As we have the stupid Yahoo boys, so do we have the wise ones. The wise ones who like investing into things that looks like they are working legit work. I'll give you a story. When I was young, I was in my 18 and 19. I was at Ajangbadi Ojo area during that time. Then I was into computer engineering and the rest of it. There was a particular man I always go and work for. This man is a big man. He looks like a chief. And then I'll go to Igondo. When I go to his office and I go to fix system, I see the boys that are within that environment, inside his complex or inside his office. Apart from the outside office, inside the office, there's another office there. So when I look at the boys, those boys are young. They act like Yahoo boys. I know they are Yahoo boys because Nigerians, we can look at a Yahoo guy and we can easily tell. Sometimes we could be wrong, but 98% of the time we're always correct when we see them. In fact, a lot of you will look at me now and you say, maybe I'm also a Yahoo guy. Sorry, you are very wrong. I like to present myself. I like to be free as an African person. If nobody say we adopt Western culture, we wouldn't be assuming that this person look like this. Everybody will have their way. But not to divert, when I go there, I see those Yahoo guys. And in the place of that office, they are actually selling furnitures, expensive furnitures, expensive. Where possible say in a month, you will not even see somebody who will come there because the furnitures there are imported. They are very expensive ones. But while I repair, I now realize that this man is actually doing Yahoo. He's like a chief. If anyone on this earth tells you that man is into fraud, you will not believe it. He's a legal criminal. So people like that are there in these Yahoo guys that you will see them and they are doing a lot of great things. They are investing in real estate properties. They are also having investment in different places. There's even one I met at Lekki too. Same thing. You look at him and you are like, oh, how would this man have had this? I even followed him to Onitsha to go do some work. Then I realized the work this man is doing. When I want to fix their system or I open their system and trying to install software, then I realized, Baba, they do this thing too. So when you go to real estate organization and you are a Yahoo boy and you want to invest, here's what happened. They first of all look at your dressing. If they can predict that you are a Yahoo guy, then they have an issue that is coming. And I'm going to be talking about it from my book, so you have to be patient with me. First of all, first thing a real estate organization does to a Yahoo guy, because they are your senior fraudsters, most of them, not all of them. Because they are your senior fraudster, first thing they know is this. They know Yahoo boys don't like reading book. They know that the best place to hide a thing from a Yahoo boy is inside a book. Yahoo boy will not open book, but they can open laptop. They will check their phone 1 million times, but they will not open book. So real estate organization make sure that they give you contracts that they know you will not read. In fact, if their normal contract is supposed to be 3 or 4 pages, they will give you 15 pages because they know you would not read it. Are you with me? They know you wouldn't read it. Like the estate I've got property in. Some contracts are different from some contracts. Some deed of assignment are different from some deeds of assignment. The same property, different contract, different deed of assignment. Why do you think this happens? They do that simply because when they give you a contract and they show you the property, most of these Yahoo guys will just go there, look at the 3-bedroom, look at the 4-bedroom, look at the duplex, and you assume this property is going to be my property. And that is only the thing you are looking at. You are not paying attention to the contract. Some of you are like, if I get the property, even if there are certain things, I will make adjustments. You are not looking at the contract. The contract is the basic thing. When you see the property, you see the building. A lot of them lie with the materials they use in building. So most times when you buy a building property, you are definitely going to do a lot of renovation. And property that I got was a brand new one, but the renovation, you even pass the money we will take buy the house. And it happened to a lot of people. So you might be looking at it from the angle that you're going to renovate and do the rest. Look into the contract. Look into the contract, because most times the contracts are going to have certain clauses. And those clauses, one of it include, like the property I got, I just bought it and they gave me a simple contract. But that simple contract, they put arbitration. If there's any misunderstanding, if there's any blah, 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 we should go to arbitration. They only simplify that they are giving you 2-bedroom. They did not talk about the materials, the quality materials they put there. They did not give you an issue to anything to let you understand that perhaps anything is wrong here. During this period of 2 years, during this period of 3 years, we will be held responsible if this so material gets bad. Like the roofing they use for us, all this company roofing, it was not supposed to be flat. Naturally, if it was coming from the urban, from the building planning, most of the real estate who has done their own registration and urban planning are following up with the building plans. This roofing within that environment is supposed to be V, or is it A or V or A? But in our case, it was different. It was flat. So you see some houses, currently as I'm speaking to you at the look, some houses outside there, when wind is blowing, you go pack the roof, go up. Houses will do like this. Why? Because the real estate failed to do the building planning. They are always seeking for the cheapest thing to use to build so they can make more profit. Instrumental payment. A lot of us will look at it and will say, oh, this is wonderful. This is a live opportunity. I'm not saying it's not a live opportunity, but a lot of them are fraud. And when you are not going through the contract as a Yahoo guy, these are part of the things they are going to hide, the materials they are going to use, clauses they are going to put. And when I checked into other people's contract, I also realized one thing, that most people, they put it in the contract that they can't sell the property without the real estate company giving them a support, or the real estate selling the property. That means if you want to sell your property, you have to bring it back to the real estate. The real estate company are the ones that will sell for you. In fact, they put it in some people's contract that they will be paying 20,000 naira as maintenance fee inside the contract of buying a building. Maintenance for what? And if you see everywhere, bush. As I'm speaking to you, if you did not fumigate within your area, you go to see cobra every day. Your house will look like snake in the eagle shadow. They refuse to maintain the environment, and they are collecting what? Money for maintenance. Now, that should be optional, which should be a different contract when you have already moved and have the property, but they can include it. Now, there are other things that I may not mention today, but a lot of things and clauses are always within the contract that they give to you. If you're a Yahoo guy, pay attention. Then, I want you to also understand this, that the first thing they also understand is that they have lawyers, and they know most likely most Yahoo boys don't have lawyers. If you thought man get in here, Most real estate organization knows they have lawyers and they know you don't have. You just come with big car, key, you do your dread, you start working. Some of you, there's a way you do. Once you start speaking and talking and acting, everyone knows your demeanor, that you are a Yahoo guy. And so they know they will take advantage of your type. So the contract they will give you is definitely going to be different. And besides, if you have a lawyer, there's one thing you need to pay attention to, which I will still be giving you at the end, what you can do to save yourself if you're a Yahoo guy and you want to buy properties. And I want you to know this very clear. If EFCC come after you, they will get all your property back, as long as you are defrauding people. It's as simple as ABC. But because I know, say Yahoo, they fraud Yahoo, they say Maga, they do what do they call it? Scammer, they scammer. I'm just giving you the code, so you'll be aware. And I know on the comment section, some people will say, this guy is a Yahoo guy. Come and check anything you want to check. I have business. I have things that I do. And YouTube too is also a source for my income. I get many things where they do. Many things like what? If you want to know, chat me up. I can put you on link. But I have never tried fraud. I never collect $1 from anybody since the beginning of my life till now. I'm in my mid-30s now. I never do them before. But I'm giving people, because I said this earlier, that I was raised in the streets. And in my previous video, I made it clear that I move around and I observe people and I collect data. Data for what? What did I want to use it for? Just to gather information, because I rejoice through idea and information. When I gather and I think I know things more than what an average person knows, it gives me a certain kind of joy. And that's the purpose of me talking about this. What do you do as a person, as a Yahoo boy, to protect yourself? But before I touch on that, one thing I will also touch on. If you buy property from a real estate organization and you mistakenly mess up from them without you going through your contract very well before you buy, they will threaten you with law enforcement very well. And let me tell this story. In the estate, one of the estates that I reside, we used to have a president, and that president was a good president in a sense that he was fighting for the liberation of people, just the way I was doing. They gave him some offers as the real estate company because he was the president at that time. One of them stepped down, so he became the active president. They drew him close and they started making negotiation with that president, so to oppress and to extort the landlords of the estate. The man refused. When the man refused, the man had certain issues that was going on. He went to their place when they initially started the chairmanship. He went with the escorts of the CDA, of the landlords, and he went to their office and they snapped. But in some of the properties the man also had, I think he had an issue with contract or business with somebody. So those people were looking for him. It was a very huge amount, some millions. When the real estate company saw that it was not complying to the ideas and to their own plans, they were the one who signaled those people who were looking for them to know the particular specific estate, to know his particular house. So they go after him. This is serious. So if you are a Yahoo boy, now real estate company where you buy property from, now you go call EFCC and police, they can carry you if you make them angry. They are defrauding you, so you have to comply as long as they want. But one thing is this: they can hold you with contract and make sure that every of your thing. And you know, if you are into fraud and police catch you, number one, they will collect all those your property. If you are armed robber and police catch you, they will take all those property away from you. The government will take it away from you. There is no negotiation. So this is the reality you need to pay attention to before you jump. I get money I won't buy for real estate. Be sure of your contract. So let me now give you the solution. The solution number 1 is you have to have a criminal lawyer. Solution number 2 is you have to have a real estate lawyer. And some people too, you are in diaspora, you come, people look at your domino and they think you are a Yahoo guy. Not basically because you are, which some people are actually, but they think you're a Yahoo guy and they might initiate the same contract when they see that you are the person who wants to buy material without looking at your book. You will pay the price for it. I have not seen anybody who bought property without going through the contract that did not regret it at the end of the day. Except you have excessive money and you don't give a shit. But if you do give a shit, then you have to look into the shit. So what do you have to do? I say it again. Get a criminal lawyer and get a real estate lawyer. If you are into anything, or perhaps even you don't have to be, but if you are, it is still advisable to have it. It is even more compulsory for you to have it. Let that one know how to protect your image and let the real estate ones follow up with the contract. And let the real estate one show the criminal one the same contract. They don't have to know themselves. Let them just go through it and glance through it. Whatever advice they give you becomes the best advice. Tell them this is for the perspective of you getting the property, the clauses in it. Let them explain it to you, because there are many things that you would read and you would not still understand that there's a demon inside the contract. You would not see the clause. So they will be writing clause A, clause B, clause C, clause D, clause A, clause F, clause G. Inside it is condemnation and pit of hell that is inside those things. So they are the ones, your lawyers are the ones to explain those things to you. Because if I say give it to me, let me to go through it, they will say myself, I won't sell real estate. I don't get property where they sell for anybody. But I can always go for anyone in diaspora who is like, oh, do this, do this. But I would rather tell you that let those contracts be checked before you buy the property. In fact, if you have someone who also have certain understanding, let them know. Because I used to say, lawyers are not 100% people that you can also trust in Nigeria. There are few of them that are genuine. Yes, there are few of them who will tell you the right thing to do. They will protect your image. They want to protect you from going into the prison. They want to protect you from the law and the rest of it. There are good lawyers out there. But the reality is, out of 100, maybe you will see 5 or 10%. Let me even give them 10% good lawyers. I wouldn't mention names so they wouldn't say I'm tribalistic. But in reality, this is what you have to do. You have to do your due diligence. You have to send people. They do fraud safe. You have to be very more careful. We know they do anything, they go jail. So imagine if I was a Yahoo guy. That was how the first time that they arrested me, they called me a cultist because I drew a bed on my chest. They said I was a cultist. I probably was doing Yahoo. That was why the police, they were checking, going through my phone to find something if I used to scam people. Laka. If you are a Yahoo guy, this is what would have been done to you. And besides, you would have now been apprehended. They will come collect your property. Me, they won't even put me as courtesan. This is how worst. Once they pay Nigeria police, some of these Nigerian police, that's what they go do. So save yourself. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, Marakantiana police in Abia. Subscribe to my channel, everybody. Most of you are watching my videos. 99%. Now it is 95% of people who watch my video are not subscribing to my channel. Do subscribe. I will still focus on Yahoo packages and EFCC, law enforcement, churches, and the rest of it. But subscribe to my channel, and as I said, my next episode I'll be coming up with is Lagos Slave City. We have to talk about this particular city and why people need to open their eyes. We knock people so that the sanity will be able to penetrate into the medulla oblongata of Nigerians. This is my mission, to open your eyes as the Black Panther is willing to deliver the people. You also should be willing to rescue yourself. Have a blessed day. See you in my next video. Adios, amigos.
When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they'll lock you in jail. They never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa. When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they'll lock you in jail. They never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa.